Have you ever wondered what it truly takes to create an unforgettable experience that leaves a lasting impression, not only in the body but also in the mind and soul? Intimacy isn't just about physical closeness. It's about creating a profound, almost magical connection that resonates deeply and brings you both closer. This video dives into each subtle step, exploring the art of building anticipation, unlocking hidden pathways of pleasure, and the psychological elements that go beyond mere physical sensation. You'll discover the secrets of igniting desire through patience, touch, and even the power of breathing, transforming intimacy into an experience that's deeply fulfilling on every level. Stick around to uncover why these practices matter, and how even the smallest, mindful gestures can create an emotional connection that lingers long after the moment has passed. Ready to unlock the keys to creating intimacy that feels both exhilarating and profoundly personal? Watch until the end, and take your understanding of closeness to a whole new level. If you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, I encourage you to click the subscribe button and ring the notification bell to stay updated on all our latest content. I'm eager to hear your thoughts on today's topic. If you enjoy the content, please comment 1 below. If it doesn't resonate with you, leave a 0. Your feedback is crucial as it helps me create better videos that align with your interests. Now, let's get started. Chapter 1: The Profound Power of Anticipation. One of the most pivotal elements in guiding a woman toward an intense and unforgettable climax lies within the art of anticipation. This isn't merely about what unfolds in the heat of the moment. It's about every subtle, heart-racing detail that leads up to that passionate pinnacle. Female desire is a journey woven from whispers of expectation, fueled by what stirs in her mind long before the body responds. Here is where the profound magic of reverse psychology can transform the experience. By slowing down and holding back, you ignite her curiosity and awaken an unquenchable need for more. Imagine her body as an instrument of anticipation. Start by touching her slowly, allowing your fingers to explore in a way that feels intentional yet restrained, avoiding direct contact with her most sensitive areas initially. This subtle yet powerful act of delayed gratification intensifies her longing. The more you linger in this teasing dance, the more you build a potent, almost electric tension in her mind and body. Here's the key: keep her hovering on the edge, right within reach of satisfaction, without fully giving her what she craves. This restrained approach puts her in a heightened state of desire, where every small touch feels magnified, each whispered breath feels electrifying. When you finally cross that threshold and give her what she's been yearning for, the release is not merely satisfying but explosive, as her anticipation culminates in a profound and unrestrained response. The experience goes beyond physical sensation. It becomes a moment that leaves her breathless, craving, and deeply fulfilled. Chapter 2: The Enigmatic Power of the Navel. Among the hidden pathways to a woman's deeper pleasure lies one of the most surprising and captivating secrets of the female body: the navel. Often overlooked in the journey of intimacy, this small yet profoundly sensitive area has the potential to unlock a unique kind of pleasure, one that awakens her senses and draws her into a new realm of anticipation and desire. When explored with careful attention, the navel serves as a subtle gateway, its stimulation sparking nervous responses that create waves of pleasure, intensifying sexual tension and setting the stage for an unforgettable experience. The true key to navel play is understanding the power of subtlety, patience, and timing. Unlike the more obvious areas of attraction, the navel responds best to light, delicate touches, each movement carrying the promise of something deeper, something almost tantalizingly out of reach. Start with a soft touch, tracing your fingers around the edges of her navel with the lightness of a whisper. This feather-like touch is enough to send a soft thrill across her skin, catching her off guard and drawing her into a state of heightened awareness. Every gentle glide of your fingertips creates a rhythm that pulls her focus toward this unexpected yet captivating area, where each touch feels like a secret shared just between the two of you. To add a layer of intensity, bring in the warmth of your breath, perhaps even the tip of your tongue, to caress the skin around her navel. The contrast between the cool air and the warmth of your mouth creates a sensory experience that is deeply sensual. As you move slowly, savoring each second, A gentle kiss placed just below or around the navel sends waves of tingling excitement throughout her body. The beauty of navel play is its ability to surprise. By focusing on an area that is rarely the center of attention, you show her that her entire body is a canvas of pleasure, each part waiting to be discovered. It's important not to rush. Every touch and every kiss should feel unhurried, as though time itself has slowed down to allow this moment to fully unfold. Linger, explore, and let your movements communicate that you are there to cherish and discover each inch of her. Her anticipation grows with each stroke, each gentle press of your fingers, each warm breath that lingers just a moment longer than expected. You'll notice her breathing change, her body responding with a mixture of surprise and delight. The navel, in all its subtlety, becomes a profound source of pleasure, activating her body's natural response and heightening her arousal in ways that are deeply personal and electrifyingly intimate. This exploration of her navel isn't merely about stimulating an erogenous zone, it's about guiding her into a space of full-body awareness, where each touch feels like a whisper of devotion. Every gentle movement, every kiss, every careful exploration around this sensitive area opens up an experience that speaks to her deeply. The sensations created here will ripple through her, lighting up nerves and igniting a desire that grows beyond the physical. With every careful stroke, every caress, you lead her into a state of profound intimacy, where the beauty of anticipation and the thrill of the unexpected combine, drawing her deeper and deeper into the magic of the moment. This focus on her navel, on awakening sensation she didn't know could be so powerful, turns the act into an experience that is not only physical but also emotional, an unspoken promise of closeness, of attention, of a shared secret that only you hold. Chapter 3: The Power of Neck Kisses. Few things can ignite a woman's desire as powerfully and immediately as the delicate touch of a kiss on her neck. This area holds an almost magnetic allure, one that is as deeply psychological as it is physical. Women are exceptionally sensitive around the neck, and with each soft, lingering kiss, you activate a wave of pleasure that reaches straight into her mind and soul. But here's the key to truly unlocking her passion. It's not simply about kissing her neck. It's about creating an atmosphere that envelopes her, slowly and intentionally, allowing her to be drawn fully into the experience. Approach her neck with a sense of reverence, a quiet anticipation that she can feel even before your lips make contact. Let your kisses be light at first, gentle touches that graze her skin like whispers of intimacy. The warmth of your breath as it brushes against her neck, coupled with the subtle caress of your lips, sets off a chain reaction within her. There's a science behind this connection. Studies have shown that the neck area is rich with nerve endings that, when stimulated, send signals directly to the brain's pleasure centers. But what makes this act so incredibly powerful is not only the physical response but the way it engages her mind, igniting her desire in layers that go far beyond the surface. As you kiss her neck, consider combining each touch with a quiet, intimate whisper in her ear. It doesn't have to be words of romance or promises. Even a soft breath, a barely spoken word, can be enough to make her pulse quicken. This whisper is not just sound. It's an invitation, an unspoken message that draws her into the moment, making her feel seen, desired, and entirely captivated. Her mind, now fully engaged, begins to imagine what comes next, creating a tension that heightens every other sensation. Start with gentle kisses at first, barely grazing her skin. As you feel her respond, maybe with a sigh, a slight tilt of her head, or a soft shiver, let your kisses grow deeper, more intense, but always controlled, savoring every second. Gradually, let your hands find their way to the back of her neck, cradling her gently, creating a feeling of safety and closeness. This small gesture speaks volumes, creating a connection that is as tender as it is electrifying. The neck, often neglected but rich in sensitivity, becomes your path to her deepest emotions, desires, and even vulnerabilities. With each soft, slow kiss, you take her on a journey that is both exciting and comforting. Her body might shiver as you continue, her breath quickening as her desire rises. This isn't just about igniting a physical response, it's about building an emotional crescendo. Each kiss is a layer, a step closer to unleashing the passion that lies just beneath the surface. By taking your time, by savoring each moment, You show her that this experience isn't something to rush through. It's something to be cherished, explored, and savored. You can feel her response in the way her body leans closer to you, the way her fingers might graze your arm, the subtle arch of her neck inviting you in even further. You've created a dance of intimacy that's as much about anticipation as it is about touch. In this moment, her neck becomes more than just a sensitive spot. It's a bridge to her heart, a place where passion and trust intertwine. When done with care, these neck kisses are not just physical, they're deeply emotional, creating a bond that lingers in her memory long after the moment has passed. The experience transcends mere touch, becoming a profound connection that leaves her breathless, her body and mind equally captivated, and her heart wide open to the magic of the moment. Chapter 4. The Secret Lies in Patience. In the dance of intimacy, patience is a rare and powerful virtue. Often, men feel compelled to rush, driven by the excitement of the moment or the urge to impress. But here's where the true art lies. Slow down, savor each step, and let time be your silent ally. Patience is more than just waiting. It's about creating a crescendo, a gradual build-up that turns every touch, every kiss, and every lingering glance into a spark, igniting her desire in ways that hurried movements never could. In this approach, the act itself doesn't have to stretch for hours, but the journey of foreplay should be slow, intentional, and utterly mesmerizing. When you take your time, each touch, each whisper, becomes a small promise, an unspoken invitation that keeps her anticipating the next. Imagine her feeling your hands, your lips, your presence in a way that feels unhurried, as if every movement is meant to draw her deeper into the moment. This deliberate pacing heightens her senses, amplifying every touch until anticipation itself becomes a potent aphrodisiac. By holding back, by letting her hover on the edge of fulfillment without pushing her over, you create a tension that intensifies with each second. This accumulated desire, building slowly but surely, becomes the most powerful catalyst for the kind of intense, all-encompassing release she will remember. Patience isn't only about her experience, it also reflects on you. Taking your time shows confidence and control, qualities that resonate deeply with her. The patience to explore her body without rushing, the willingness to invest in her pleasure without pressing forward, makes you appear more self-assured, centered, and grounded in the moment. She senses this control and finds herself drawn to it, captivated by your ability to guide her without haste. To her, your patience signals an unspoken mastery, a quiet strength that speaks louder than words. It tells her that you are here to be present, to make the experience as much about her as it is about you. The slow and steady approach allows you to read her reactions, to tune into her subtle cues. Her breathing quickens, her pulse races, her body shifts closer to yours, all signs that she's caught in the magnetic pull of your touch. With every movement, every pause, you keep her lingering on the edge, feeling the depth of her own desire build to a point of near surrender. In this heightened state, each gentle touch, each whispered word, feels magnified, sending ripples of anticipation through her. If you are still watching this video, and find these lessons useful, please comment number 1 below to let me know that you are still watching this video with me. This patience leads her to a place where desire becomes undeniable, almost overwhelming. And when the time finally arrives, when you sense that she's at the edge, craving release, the intensity of her response will be unlike anything rushed or hurried. She will be fully immersed, her senses heightened, her passion unleashed in a way that feels both deeply physical and profoundly emotional. Through this patience, you transform the experience into something unforgettable, creating a memory that lingers, a connection that feels rare and extraordinary. You show her that pleasure is as much about the journey as it is about the destination, and that true intimacy is built on the foundation of presence, patience, and intention. This ability to draw out her desire without rushing, to let each moment simmer, creates a profound level of satisfaction that stays with her, leaving her craving more of the experience, more of the time you spent truly connecting. In the end, patience isn't just about timing. It's about showing her that she is worth every second, every gentle caress, every moment of anticipation. Through patience, you give her the gift of feeling cherished, desired, and entirely captivated, a gift that turns the act of intimacy into an experience that transcends the physical, drawing her mind, heart, and soul deeply into the magic of the moment. Chapter 5. The Art of Touching Through Fabric. Sometimes, the most electrifying sensations are those experienced through the barrier of fabric, a layer that both separates and connects, creating a tantalizing sense of intimacy that leaves her craving more. Before rushing to remove her clothing, consider the power of caressing her through it, allowing the thin layer of fabric to become an unexpected element of seduction. This technique doesn't just surprise her, it introduces a delicious sense of anticipation and longing, heightening her arousal in ways that direct touch cannot. Imagine your hands gently tracing the curves of her body through her clothing, each touch a whisper of what's to come. By deliberately slowing down and taking your time, you build an atmosphere thick with anticipation. The fabric becomes an extension of your touch, amplifying every gentle press, every teasing stroke, and turning them into sparks of excitement that ripple through her. This approach is not only unexpected but intensely captivating. It creates a subtle, pleasurable frustration that makes her desire even stronger. As you let your hands explore her intimate areas over her clothing or through the soft material of her underwear, you create an experience that is uniquely powerful. The fabric adds a layer of restraint, a barrier that makes each caress feel simultaneously accessible and elusive, fueling her longing with every touch. Her breathing deepens, her body leans into yours, and you can feel the rising urgency in her movements as she responds to this careful restraint. Her desire grows, building in a way that feels both thrilling and almost unbearable, as every delayed touch, every gentle press against the fabric, heightens her anticipation. The true power of this technique lies in subtlety and the art of prolonging her expectation. Don't rush. Allow her to feel every moment, each caress building on the last until she is almost aching with desire. This gradual build-up creates an intensity that feels raw and deeply intimate, turning each touch into a moment of connection, a promise of what lies beneath. With each passing second, you're creating a tension that becomes almost palpable, an urgency that makes her crave the moment when you'll finally remove that last barrier between you. When the time comes and you begin to peel away her clothing, it feels monumental, an act that is as much about release as it is about revelation. With the final removal of fabric, she experiences an explosion of sensations that is far more intense than it would have been had you rushed. Her skin, now sensitized by the prolonged touch through fabric, responds to every direct caress with heightened sensitivity. Her body is fully attuned, fully awake to the sensations, and the result is a depth of pleasure that goes beyond the physical, touching her on an emotional level as well. Through this approach, you transform the act of undressing into a ritual of desire, a journey that makes her feel seen, desired, and cherished. It shows her that you are present, that every touch is intentional, that every movement is meant to heighten her pleasure and draw her deeper into the moment. The experience of being touched through fabric, of feeling the tension and release, becomes a memory that lingers, a reminder of the care and thought you put into every second spent together. Touching through fabric isn't just a technique, it's an art, a way to build connection and anticipation that culminates in a shared moment of intensity. It's a silent communication that says she's worth the time, worth the build-up, worth every breath held in suspense. And when that final barrier is lifted, the feelings unleashed are nothing short of explosive, leaving her breathless, deeply fulfilled, and completely captivated by the experience. Chapter 6. Unlocking the 48-second climax. The secret of exact stimulation. This is the ultimate secret, the one you've been waiting for. Bringing her to climax quickly, within just 48 seconds, is indeed possible, if you understand the power of simultaneous stimulation across multiple erogenous zones. Most people make the common mistake of focusing on just one area, but her pleasure potential lies in the intricate combination of touch, timing, and multiple points of arousal. By synchronizing the stimulation of her most sensitive zones, the clitoris, neck, and ears, you can amplify her sensations and accelerate the entire process, transforming her experience into an intense, multi-dimensional crescendo. If you are still watching this video, and find these lessons useful, please comment number 2 below to let me know that you are still watching this video with me. Imagine starting with a gentle caress on her clitoris. not in a hurried or intense way, but as a soft, intentional touch that allows her body to awaken to your presence. Let your fingers move slowly and steadily, feeling her response as you match the rhythm of her breath. But don't stop there. Introduce another layer of intimacy by bringing your lips close to her neck, planting soft kisses along its curve. Her neck is a gateway to heightened sensitivity, rich with nerve endings that, when activated, connect to her core desires. Each kiss on her neck, light and teasing, creates a ripple effect, sending tingling sensations down her spine, syncing her body's arousal with her emotional connection to the moment. To complete this symphony of sensation, bring in the power of your voice. Lean in close and let your breath brush against her ear, whispering words that convey both desire and tenderness. The ear, another zone highly sensitive to touch and sound, reacts intensely to gentle whispers and warm breaths. These words don't need to be elaborate. They can be simple affirmations, expressions of attraction, or even soft moans that mirror the moment's intensity. This combination of touch, taste, and sound weaves a net of sensations that envelop her entire being, leaving her body responsive and deeply connected to each touch. Start this process slowly, no need to rush. Let her body acclimate to the different sensations, allowing each point of contact to awaken gradually. Begin with gentle strokes and soft kisses, savoring the delicate build-up. As you sense her body beginning to respond, increase the rhythm and pressure slightly, sinking all three areas, her clitoris, neck, and ears, into a seamless wave of sensation. This layered approach doesn't just heighten her physical arousal, it also deepens the emotional connection, creating an experience that is both passionately intense and profoundly intimate. As you see her body responding, her breathing quickening, her movements becoming more urgent, you'll know that she's reaching the peak of arousal. This is the moment to maintain a steady rhythm, neither speeding up too quickly nor holding back. Keep her right on the edge, balancing her sensations with precision and attentiveness. With the combined touch of your fingers, lips, and voice, her climax becomes inevitable, a culmination of every sensation converging at once. If done right, this multi-point stimulation can bring her to a powerful release in less than a minute, 48 seconds, to be precise, where her pleasure is felt not just as a physical peak but as a full-bodied, emotionally charged experience. This method is about more than quick results. It's about understanding the depth of her needs and responding to them in a way that feels as natural as it is thrilling. By giving her this layered attention, you show her that you're not just there to satisfy a desire, but to create an experience that celebrates her entire being. When her climax finally arrives, it's not only intense, it's a moment of pure connection, an intimate symphony of touch, trust, and desire that leaves her feeling seen, cherished, and completely fulfilled. Chapter 7: The Profound Power of Psychology in Intimacy. In the world of intimacy, the mind is as powerful as the body, and understanding this balance can be the key to unlocking a woman's deepest pleasure. For most women, the experience of sex is an intricate blend of physical sensations and emotional responses. It's not only about the movements or the touch, it's about how she feels within, how comfortable and cherished she feels in your presence. Psychology plays an undeniable role in her experience, acting as the bridge that connects her emotions with her physical responses. By creating a space where she feels comfortable, desired, and free from any inhibitions, you open the door to more profound, intense, and even faster climaxes. Creating this psychological connection begins with communication, both verbal and nonverbal. Simple, genuine compliments about how beautiful she looks, how incredible she feels in your arms, or how much you're captivated by her presence are far more powerful than they may seem. These words help her mind release any lingering insecurities, allowing her to relax fully and focus entirely on the experience unfolding between you. Imagine the effect of hearing how much you cherish her, of feeling your touch and knowing it's filled with appreciation and admiration. Each word of affirmation, each expression of attraction, builds her confidence and lets her drop her guard, enhancing her responsiveness to each touch, each kiss. Research underscores the importance of this emotional bond in intimacy. Studies reveal that 75% of women are more likely to reach orgasm when they feel a strong emotional connection with their partner. This connection is what elevates the experience from mere physical pleasure to a deeply fulfilling encounter. When a woman feels emotionally connected, her mind can let go, focusing solely on the sensation she's experiencing, free from distractions or self-consciousness. She becomes fully present, her body responding with heightened sensitivity and her desire intensifying in sync with her emotions. The power of words during intimacy cannot be overstated. Speak to her softly, affirming the beauty of each moment and each response. A gentle whisper about how much she excites you, a genuine comment on how beautiful her body feels under your touch, or a soft reassurance that she's exactly where she's meant to be. All of these help deepen her immersion in the experience. Words act as gentle reminders that she's safe, desired, and completely accepted, amplifying her pleasure and allowing her to surrender fully to the moment. It's not just about verbal communication, though. Your body language and actions speak just as loudly. Show her attentiveness by responding to her needs, adjusting to her rhythm, and being fully present. When she senses that you're genuinely invested in her experience, that you're there to enjoy her and not just the act itself, her desire heightens, creating a feedback loop of pleasure and trust. This is the power of psychology and intimacy. It's about nurturing her mental and emotional state so that her body can respond without hesitation. This emotional foundation doesn't just make the experience more enjoyable. It creates an environment where rapid and intense orgasms become a natural response to the care and attention you provide. You become more than just a partner. You become a source of security, attraction, and exhilaration. Someone with whom she feels free to explore her desires without reservation. When you tap into her psychological needs and fulfill them, you open up a level of intimacy that transcends physicality, making each encounter memorable, deeply satisfying, and profoundly connecting. Never underestimate the importance of emotional connection and the power of words in the art of intimacy. By nurturing her mind as much as her body, by building trust and creating an environment where she feels entirely accepted and desired, you set the stage for a level of pleasure that goes beyond the physical. This is the secret to helping her experience intimacy in its truest form, where her emotions, mind, and body come together in a symphony of connection, pleasure, and trust. Chapter 8. The Power of Natural Lubrication, a Sensation Booster. In the realm of intimacy, few things can enhance pleasure and deepen connection as naturally as lubrication. While artificial lubricants certainly have their place, there is something profoundly intimate about the natural lubrication her body produces in response to your touch, attention, and care. Natural lubrication not only intensifies the sensations for both of you, but also transforms the experience into one that feels effortless, organic, and deeply attuned. When her body is properly stimulated and she produces her own lubrication, every touch, every movement feels amplified, flowing seamlessly and increasing her comfort and pleasure in ways that artificial means simply can't replicate. Lubrication plays an essential role in elevating her enjoyment, as it reduces any potential discomfort and allows her to focus entirely on the moment and the sensations enveloping her. When a woman feels fully relaxed and physically prepared, her body responds with heightened sensitivity, intensifying each touch and movement. Instead of feeling preoccupied with dryness or friction, she can immerse herself in the experience, her mind free from any distractions or discomforts. This natural lubrication becomes a powerful signal that her body is truly ready and deeply engaged, an unmistakable sign of her own desire and pleasure building in tandem with yours. Creating the conditions for natural lubrication requires a mindful, patient approach. Begin with slow, gentle touches that build in intensity as her body responds, giving her time to feel each sensation unfold. Explore her entire body, tracing your fingers along her arms, her sides, her neck. Places that, when touched slowly and with intention, release tension and invite a sense of relaxation and readiness. Let each touch carry the promise of deeper intimacy, allowing her body to awaken gradually. As you maintain this deliberate, unrushed pace, her arousal builds, and her body starts to respond naturally, producing its own lubrication in harmony with the emotions and physical sensations she is experiencing. In addition to touch, pay close attention to her responses, tuning into the subtle cues she gives as her desire heightens. Gentle kisses, whispered words of affirmation, and soft caresses all contribute to this atmosphere, making her feel adored, respected, and entirely at ease. This sense of emotional security fosters a level of comfort that allows her body to respond freely, without restraint. As she feels cherished and deeply connected to you, her body relaxes and begins to respond with an outpouring of natural lubrication, amplifying the sensations for both of you. Natural lubrication is more than just a physical response. It's a signal of emotional connection and physical readiness. It reflects her body's full engagement in the moment, a testament to the trust and attraction she feels with you. The sensation it creates is unlike anything else, smooth, warm, and entirely organic, allowing each movement to flow without interruption. It is this natural response that makes the experience feel effortless, a seamless exchange of pleasure that feels deeply satisfying on every level. By prioritizing her comfort and giving her the time and attention needed to reach this state, you demonstrate a level of care and understanding that resonates deeply with her. She feels appreciated and valued, which in turn heightens her responsiveness and increases her pleasure. The experience becomes more than physical. It becomes a shared moment of connection, where both bodies move in harmony, fully attuned to each other's needs and desires. In the end, natural lubrication isn't just a biological response. It's an intimate gift that enhances every sensation, turning each touch into a moment of pure connection. By fostering this response through patience, attentiveness, and genuine care, you create an experience that feels profoundly natural, leaving both of you deeply satisfied, fully connected, and eager for more. The power of natural lubrication lies not only in its ability to boost sensation, but in its role as a reflection of shared pleasure, trust, and unspoken intimacy. If you are still watching this video and find these lessons useful, please comment number 3 below to let me know that you are still watching this video with me. Chapter 9. The Power of Breathing, Creating Deeper Connection Through Synchronization. An often overlooked but profoundly effective technique in intimacy is the art of controlled, synchronized breathing. When you take charge of your own breathing, slowing it down, deepening it, and then subtly syncing it with hers, you create a connection that transcends words. Breathing in unison creates a rhythm between the two of you, an invisible yet powerful link that brings both bodies and minds into perfect harmony. This synchrony elevates the intimacy of the moment, making her feel as though you're both moving as one, connected in both body and spirit. Begin by slowing down your breath, taking deep, steady inhales and exhales that signal calmness and presence. As you breathe, pay close attention to the rise and fall of her own breathing, and gently adjust your rhythm to match hers. This synchronization invites her to relax further, her body and mind intuitively responding to the gentle rhythm you've set. It's a quiet, subtle way of saying, "I'm here with you, fully present, fully connected." As the intensity of the moment builds, you can guide her breathing with soft encouragement, helping her deepen her breaths or steady them when needed. This technique can even help her focus on her own sensations, allowing her to feel each touch, each movement more vividly. When she starts to breathe more deeply, her body becomes more attuned to pleasure, and the rhythm you share draws her closer to the edge of climax, effortlessly and naturally. In those moments when your breaths are fully synchronized, you'll find that the connection between you feels almost spiritual, a silent communication that says everything without a single word. Chapter 10. The Art of Aftercare, Nurturing the Connection Beyond the Moment. Intimacy doesn't end at climax. In fact, some of the most meaningful moments come afterward. Aftercare is the essential but often neglected final chapter in the experience, a time for relaxation, tenderness, and reconnection. While the physical sensations of intimacy may have passed, her emotional and psychological needs remain, and addressing them with care and attention can create a lasting sense of trust and comfort. Aftercare can take many forms, from gentle touches and cuddling to simple, quiet moments spent together in each other's arms. It's about letting her know that she is valued, cherished, and seen beyond the physical act. By taking the time to hold her, whisper words of appreciation, or simply lie together in comfortable silence, you reinforce the emotional bond that intimacy creates. These moments reassure her that her experience matters, that her comfort and well-being are important to you. This period of aftercare not only strengthens the emotional connection between you, but also makes her feel more comfortable and open with you in future encounters. By nurturing her in these moments, you create an atmosphere of safety and trust, which in turn allows her to fully let go and embrace her own desires with you. She feels respected, cared for, and genuinely appreciated, which leaves her looking forward to each experience as a complete journey of connection. The importance of aftercare can't be overstated. It's the tender close to the experience that turns intimacy into something memorable, a reminder that she's with someone who values her deeply, who cares about every part of her experience, and who is there for her from beginning to end. This simple act of aftercare turns intimacy from a fleeting moment into a cherished memory, one that deepens your bond and enriches your relationship in ways that last far beyond the night. What have you learned about creating meaningful, unforgettable intimacy? Share one thing you plan to bring into practice from this video in the comments below. Whether it's the power of patience, the art of aftercare, or the magic of anticipation, we'd love to hear how you'll use these insights. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a comment, like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more content that explores the deeper side of connection and fulfillment.